So I'm Udi Aloni. I'm a filmmaker and a writer and a political activist. I'm a Jewish citizen of United States and Israel. I'm born in Israel, and I perform my Jewishness with full solidarity to Palestine. My films regarding this topic is Local Angel and Forgiveness and Left, and another film that seems for another topic, but it's very related to the same topic, is Kashmir Journey to Freedom, and this is a documentary about the Jammu Kashmir Liberation Front and the non-violence resistance to India. You know what I said, it's not enough to fight the fight against the evil, we should choose also which fight we fight. And today it feels more that they are the one who choose the battlefield. We're just appearing there whenever they tell us and we do our fight. So, you know, I can give you a good example that was one of my biggest victories in a way. I was in the Israeli TV with an amazing woman, maybe one of the best professor and lawyer for justice in Israel, that she has to be in the Supreme Court, Ruth Gabizon, and she's very right-wing. Very honest person, very smart person, very right-wing. Anyway, I enjoyed to debate her. It was half an hour debate. And definitely I enjoy her more than those soft liberals that they really disgust me, because she's really a person who speaks the truth. And I realized that we're going to start to argue, nobody will win. I'm very good in words, she's very good in words. We have respect to each other, so we won't use, under the belt trick. So I thought, what should I do? And I realized that what happened in the end, she wanted the discourse to be about Zionism. And in the end of the half an hour, she realized that all what we discuss is binationalism. So really, my victory wasn't if I won the battle, is that I changed the battlefield. Suddenly, binationalism, something that in Israel nobody dared to speak because it's like against the Jewish state, became the main topic we spoke about. And from then, it's not important who was right or wrong. I brought to the surface the things that for me is most important, that to create a one national state is it's horror for the Jews. To create a Jewish state that is not together with the Palestinian, it's really not only the end of Palestine, it's also the end of the Jew as I want to see him. So by moving the discourse to this is for me is an example how you can create a new battlefield and not just win the battles or lose it.
I don't think which concept.
World issues. World is a little bit too big. Sometimes I realize that, we deal a lot about world issue, but sometimes I think that maybe my job today is to concentrate more on Israel-Palestine, and from that to create solidarity with other movements, that there is a repetition of what we call the ideology in post-ideology time. The world create as if is running now not according to ideology, but according to common sense. That's how they present themselves. America, you see, we vote Obama, we are not this. In Europe, we don't have really ideology, we're just practical, right? That's kind of the way they present themselves. And I think that they're hiding a very strong ideology that always support the strong, always support the corporation, always see the refugee as less important, always see the people that is not part of the center worthless. And part of the global mission for us is to create this, to bring back some of very simple truism that one person in Africa is equal to one person in a Muslim country is equal to one person in New York. Something so obvious that is so in every decision of the world, it's clear that it's worked differently. It's clear that every decision when the big G's are meeting, that they see first the white man as first priority, or the Chinese man and this, and then Africa, Arab, Muslim. It's clear that they are less in the priority. Now, I think that if we can recreate the notion that really people are equal, and also that how fragile they are, how life is fragile in a way, or I think maybe the way Judith Butler used precarious life, the precarity of life, it can create a whole different kind of global politics. First of all, this deep understanding of to see each person as a person, and this doesn't mean to see him as individual. It's always to see him part of his community, and that's why I said that it is interesting for me to speak as a Jew from Israel to Palestine, because I think it's a prototype that from that you can speak how Americans would look in Iraqi, how, you know, maybe the thing, I change it a little bit, but I give you two examples that really touch me a lot is in Istanbul, for example, when the women try to march on the street for the right to have jihad against the law of not having jihad in a secular country. So the lesbian of Turkey decide to march with them. And you have a march of lesbian and ultra-Orthodox Muslim women marching together for their right against the power. When you go to the village of Bil'in in Israel, the village that fight against the wall, there are many queer women mostly that come to join them to the struggle. And to see this queerness from Tel Aviv marching together with traditional Muslim families against the power of the wall, you realize that we have a new kind of solidarity that is not about trying to create a coexistence that everyone agree with each other, but how we can understand that we can live with each other accepting the total different and still be together against the power that usually you find it as a power of elite, secular, white power. And you see it, that's the confusion in Turkey. Many people are afraid of the Muslim party and support the secular, but they don't realize that the secular many times are the dictatorship there. Or in Israel, people like so much the Israeli because, hey, we have Tel Aviv, gays are free, you know, it's so cool. Don't realize that this is exactly the oppressor force. So we have to restructure our understanding of who is who. And I think that in this case, art and theory can really help you to do the construction of thought that are clear to us.